In the fast-moving world of consumer technology, most devices age quietly. Not with a bang, but with an update schedule. And today, Google quietly made a move that changes how long one of its most ambitious devices will matter. Google has officially extended Android OS and security updates for the Pixel tablet all the way to 2028. At first glance, that may sound like a minor policy update, but in reality, this decision signals something much bigger. About Google's strategy, about the future of Android hardware, and about what long-term support really means in 2026 and beyond. This is the story of why this matters, who it benefits, and what it tells us about where tech is headed next. Let's start with the facts. When the Pixel tablet launched, it was originally scheduled to receive Android OS updates until 2026, security updates through 2027. Google has now extended both Android OS updates and security patches through June 2028. That's 2 additional years of full platform support, not just security fixes, but major Android version upgrades. And importantly, this wasn't announced with a flashy keynote or press release. It was discovered through updated Google support documentation, which tells us this wasn't a marketing play. It was a strategic decision. For beginners, here's the simplest way to think about this. Your device doesn't become obsolete because the screen stops working. It becomes obsolete when the software stops evolving. Extended OS support means new Android features, better performance optimization, continued app compatibility, ongoing security protections against modern threats. For experienced users, this is about something deeper. Device lifecycle economics. Longer support increases resale value, reduces e-waste, improves total cost of ownership, makes hardware investments safer. In other words, software support has become a primary spec, right alongside RAM, processor, and display quality. Android tablets have historically lagged behind smartphones when it comes to long-term support. Many Android tablets receive 2 to 3 years of OS updates, limited long-term security coverage. By extending the Pixel tablet support window to 2028, Google is raising expectations for the entire Android tablet category, positioning the Pixel tablet as a long-term productivity and smart home device, sending a message to OEMs like Samsung, Lenovo, and Amazon. This move helps legitimize Android tablets as devices you keep, not devices you replace. This decision doesn't exist in a vacuum. Apple has built enormous brand trust by offering 6 to 8 years of iPadOS updates, long-term app compatibility, predictable device longevity. Google has been working to close that gap, especially after committing to 7 years of updates on Pixel phones. Extending Pixel tablet updates to 2028 aligns Google's hardware philosophy with sustainability initiatives, enterprise and education use cases, smart home longevity. This isn't Google copying Apple, it's Google adapting to a market where longevity equals credibility. If you already own a Pixel tablet, this changes the equation dramatically. You can now expect multiple future Android versions, continued optimization for large screen experiences, security updates well into the second half of the decade. That makes the Pixel tablet far more viable as a home hub, a media consumption device, a productivity companion, a shared family tablet. This is especially important in a world where tablets often live in homes for 5 years or more. If you've been on the fence, this extension removes one of the biggest concerns. Now you're buying a tablet with long-term OS viability, strong Google-first optimization, continued integration with future Android features. For power users, developers, and tech enthusiasts, this also means a stable platform for long-term app development, confidence in ongoing API support, less fragmentation anxiety. Longevity is no longer a question mark. This move reflects a broader industry shift. Consumers are upgrading less frequently. Governments are pushing sustainability. Users expect premium devices to last longer. Google extending Pixel tablet updates to 2028 suggests Android hardware is entering a mature phase. Software quality and longevity now outweigh spec races. Google is serious about owning the full device experience. this is not about one tablet, it's about trust. Google didn't just extend updates, they extended the relevance of the Pixel tablet, the credibility of Android tablets, the conversation around long-term device value. For beginners, this means safer purchases. For enthusiasts, this means better platforms. For the industry, this means higher standards. And for users, it means your device won't be left behind quietly. This is Next Wave Tech, where we break down not just what happened in tech, but why it matters. If you want deeper insight into the decisions shaping the future of technology, you're in the right place. And this is only the beginning.